had given you 3 homeworks, 3 questions for homework. And we did 1 here for regression. So the other 2, have you been able to do them? The other 2 questions, have you been able, because I want to do 1 today. Yeah, Joanne, I'm sorry. And once we apologize, only once, Joanne, we agree and move on. We have apologized. I'm sorry the video was not there. Let's not talk about that again. We have apologized. Yeah, we have apologized. Let's now move on. Life is like that. Life is about moving on. So have you done the other 2 questions? I want to do 1 today. I want to do 1 today. My physical students here, there, of course, the 2 of you are done 3, isn't it? Another one here is busy now looking at their phone. So they have not done. Which one of have you done that? It's always good to be truthful. The day was busy. We shall overcome. I agree. So then what I shall do, I will not do any until you finish, all of you. So by the next class, you guys should have finished all the homework questions. Is that okay? Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to introduce the last area. Remember, I should start recording now. Am I recording? Is this? Yeah, it's remember, topic number 2, cost estimation. Topic 2, cost estimation, has got 3 key areas. Number 1, we have regression analysis. Regression analysis. That's number 1. Number 2, we have a high-low what here? High-low method analysis. And then number 3, now today we have what we call the learning what here? Learning curves, yes. So right there, learning curves. That is the last thing. And then we get to finish learning curves. Learning curves. Have you written there today's date? Today's date is very, very important in your notes. Date and the questions that we do from your past papers are very important. And whatever questions that we do in your past papers, always tick them. Because a good teacher shall be able to do a minimum of 60% of the past paper questions. That's how you'll be able to measure my performance as your teacher. Otherwise, if I keep on doing lazy questions, you'll not pass. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when you hear about learning curves, what really comes to your mind? Learning curves. I have an illustration. When I was very, very new into teaching this advanced management accounting, I could not finish the syllabus totally. And those days were being given how many months? 6 months. But now I've taught over and over 25 years. I've taught like how many people now? That must be like 50 sittings. So it means even if you give me exactly 1 month, because of the learning curve, which is now very, very steep, I'll be able to finish my syllabus in a way that everybody will be able to do what here to pass. If I was a carpenter today, the very first chair that I will produce would take me like how many hours? 10 hours, yes. If I was a carpenter today, the very first chair that I produce, this chair number 1, it will take me quite long. Why? Because I'm inexperienced. How about the second chair? Will the second chair take me 12 hours? If it's the same type of a chair, then I will be another one. But if I'm a fast learner, I expect the second chair perhaps to take me like how many hours? You see? 6 hours. Because I'm learning, isn't it? The third chair keeps on 3, right? So I keep on improving, isn't it? But now, as I keep on improving like that, is it possible for me to reach that level where I become like God? Where I'll be saying, let there be a chair, in 0 hours it comes up. So it means that after some time, we must do what? We must stabilize. We must stabilize. We must stabilize. And once we stabilize, if that stability time, for example, is for the 5th chair, and then of course, in this case, we stabilize, for example, at 3 hours. What does it mean about the 6th chair? 3 hours. So now it will be 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. Otherwise, you will improve until you become a superstar, like I show speed, isn't it? Even him, he'll have to stabilize after some time, isn't it? So definition right there, learning curve. A learning curve shows. A learning curve shows. A learning curve shows the relationship between cumulative output, the relationship between cumulative output and the average labor time, and the average labor time into bracket or cost per unit. I repeat, a learning curve shows the relationship between cumulative output and the average labor time or cost per unit, full stop. As production experience increases, workers become more efficient. Workers become more efficient. Causing labor time per unit to fall. I repeat, as production experience increases, workers become more efficient, causing labor time per unit to fall or reduce. Let us capture this concept diagrammatically, ladies and gentlemen. Let's capture this concept here. Learning curves, they're applicable in every situation. That is why even employers will always ask for 5 years of experience, 10 years of experience, and then you keep on crying outside there. So if the company was yours, some positions, would you want to bring in a very new person, a newbie in the profession? No. It's always important for you to consider what here? Learning curves. So we have, ladies and gentlemen, what we call average time versus cumulative output. Cumulative output, like that. You draw something like that. I can see comments. Why was I not seeing them? Sorry. My network is fluctuating. Someone to kindly share the definition of the learning curves. Is there somebody who can kindly share the definition of the learning curves? Yeah, please share that definition. But basically, as cumulative output is increasing, average time is doing what here did you? It's a negative relationship. Yeah, actually, when if you write that, you are good enough. As cumulative output increases, the workers become more experienced. The workers become more efficient. And that efficiency will translate to a reduced what your average time. In everything you are doing, ladies and gentlemen, even for example, the mothers that we have around, the very first kid, you had so many issues with the first kid. When you got the second kid, life was a little bit better. The third kid, hata ulikuwa unachuna akiwa miaka mbili, isn't it? The first one, haungechuna. Hata baba yake angeguza the first one, anataka kumshtua kidogo, ulikuwa unasikia vibaya. But the moment you get the third, fourth, na watu wengi ni wazuri, fourth like that, ladies and gentlemen, unapata hauna shida. Inakuwa rahisi kuhandle the subsequent ones. So, and that is the concept of learning curves. That as cumulative output is increasing, the average time for the subsequent that's what you reduces with the time. So this is what we call LC. Whenever you hear of LC, ladies and gentlemen, you should always be remembering that LC stands for learning what here? Learning curve. LC. So the most important thing is that we have a negative relationship between output and what we call average time. So right there, learning curve model, LC model. The LC model. We are 126 out of a class that has 386. There must be a problem. The learning curve model is y equals ax raised to b plus 1. Please tell them in the group. The class is almost approaching 400. Tell them in the group that this class is ongoing. It's important that everybody joins these classes, please. Tell your friends, tell them in the group. Yeah, thanks, Munyoki. That is really, that is experience, really. I love that example. Munyoki is saying, squeezy ata apige kelele namna gani, I feel nothing. Yeah, you know, it is, you are now seasoned, right? It's part of learning. Initially, you would panic, isn't it? That is the very best example, really. This guy has made my day. Best example, yes. So y equals ax raised to power b plus what here? 1. Where y equals total labor time stroke cost. That is y. A is the time taken to produce the first unit. The very time you will produce to produce the very first unit is what we call A. Time taken to produce the first unit. We have X is cumulative output. X is cumulative output. We have B. B is the learning index. And this learning index, ladies and gentlemen, there is a formula for getting it. Anytime you see this B, there is a formula for getting this B. To get this B, we normally take log R over log 2. Log R over log what here? Over log 2. So anytime they want us to give them this B, we shall be taking log R divided by log 2. And this R stands for the learning rate. Learning rate. I'm so sure that most of us, upon hearing the word log, you get so much confused because you hated logs in high school, isn't it? You shall never fear them because here, your calculator is doing everything for you. Your calculator. There is nothing like mantissa characteristic. You're reading from table, nothing. Here, the calculator is doing everything for you. As in, if for example, e.g., if for example, R is 80%, could you kindly give me the value of B from your calculator? From your calculator. If R is 80%, what is the value of B from the calculator? What is the value of B from the calculator? If R is 80%, what is the value of B? So I have Le General, I have Linda Obura. This student seems to be very good. Even Pius, they seem to be very, very good. They seem to be very good. I have Dennis Ndombi. So they're telling me, Mwalimu, you know what? If R is 80%, then to get boy is really easy. To get boy, anytime they want me to give them boy, which is the learning index, we shall take log R over log what here? 2. Please, this 2 is something you cram. Don't ask me where it is coming from. I also don't know. It's a formula. It's a formula. So it is log 0.1. Don't write here log 80. You see, 80% is the same as 0.8, isn't it? So log 0.8, you divide this by log what here, somebody? Log 2, yes. So please, everybody shall be able to get this thing from their calculators. If you're not able to get it, please ask me and I'll be able to show you. And it must be a negative, right? Must be a negative. If it's not a negative, Harriet, there's a problem. It's a challenge, eh? No problem, yeah. So are you able to see the logarithm? So just press their log, that logarithm, 0.8, 0.8 divided by log 2. There is no challenge at all. Yeah, there is no challenge at all. So you must be able to see logarithm somewhere there. User, no. But thanks for being honest. If you take log 0.8 divided by log 2, it will be negative 0.3, 219. That is it. Please ensure that you're able to get that negative 0.3219, all of us. So that when I go to a past paper question, nobody will be complaining. All of us shall be very, very good. All of us shall be very, very good. Thank you so much, HP. Now, illustration. So illustration, they have given me A is 30 hours. They have given me R is 75%. So we are required, number one, to get total time for producing first 80 units. Great. Total time for producing 80 units. Number 2, they want us to give them total time for producing 21st to 80th unit. So they want us to give them the total time for producing 21st to the 80th unit. Yeah. And then number 3, lastly, total time for producing 19th unit. Those 3, once we finish those 3, then we shall be able to tackle a past paper question. We shall be able to tackle a past paper question. Only 2 past paper questions, we go home. 2 past paper questions, we go home. Are there online students who are following this particular class from places which are not their homes? Would I be very, very intrusive if I asked you to name those places? I will really be interested to know what are those places. We shall overcome, right? Matatu. Oh, okay. From work. Olango Francis saying Mwalimu from a swimming pool. Hotel, choir meeting in church. Great. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Huyo Matatu ndio sijui kama anaandika namna gani, lakini hao wengine I can see you are in very good places. You clear board haraka. Sorry. Very good places. So A is 30 hours, R is 75%. This is the illustration, sorry. This is the illustration. Once you have been able to write this, please tell me why. For yes. Thank you so much. So then if you get this kind of a question and you'll be able to get them from your past papers, the very first thing you need to do is to give us the learning index, which is our B. So Glide, I can see you are in Airbnb. That is very good. So in this case here, give us the learning index. Great. Now you are a superstar, right? Learning index minus 0.415. Thank you so much, Harriet, and many others. Hilda Kerubo. Great. Very nice. Tony Mbudia. Tony Mbudia. Am I seeing a wrong person here? Tony Mbudia. Ulipita mtihani lakini? Because ukianguka sasa mimi nitaacha kufunza. This ninja was very good in AMA. Kama alianguka uko BDA. Great. Karibu basi. Unataka kuwa mwalimu. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have to get boy. Boy is log R over log what here, somebody? Log 2. So R has been given. And by the way, what does this R stand for? Learning rate, isn't it? Right, yeah. So then this one here will be log of 0.75 divided by log 2. Which most students have been able to give me an answer, isn't it? They have told me it is minus 0.4150, isn't it? For decimal places, oh yes, great stuff. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after you get B does not come in isolation. B, you must always add 1. So come and give us the exponent B plus 1 because of the power. So B plus 1, then this one here will be minus 0.4150 plus una or un in Spanish. Which in this case here, some online ninjas have been able to add, and they're giving me Winfrey 5896, 0.58 what here, 96. 0.6 like that. Thank you so much. Oh, 0 point. Ala, huyo alimendanganya kwani ama ala 0.58 50. Thank you so much. Now, after you write that, don't forget the equation. We call it the learning curve equation. This learning curve equation looks like this. Y equals who? They are forgotten. A plus B. That one, y equals A plus uongo. Hiyo ni a straight line. Mimi nataka ya learning curve equation. A, X, B plus 1, isn't it? Yeah. That is a learning curve equation. You guys were giving me straight line. You're giving me straight line. This is a learning curve equation. Learning curve equation. So this learning curve equation, oh yeah. Do we know about our A? Oh yes, we do. Our A is what here, somebody? 30. X raised to B plus 1, which is 0.58. 5 what here? 50. So now we've been able to get B. We got B plus 1. We have our estimation equation, isn't it? Now we can go ahead and estimate. So we start with the first one. So the first one, they want me to give them Y total time. When X equals what here, somebody? When X equals 80, isn't it? When X equals 80, unaweza ama uwezi? So the first part, they want me to give them Y when X equals 80. Y when X equals, Linda Obura already has gotten this figure. How comes this lady is very fast? Y is 30x raised to 0.5850. And they have told me in the first requirement, we provide total time for producing the first what here? 80 units. So kumaanisha nitakuja niandika hapa ni substitute. Niko na equation already. So it will be Y equals 30 times 80 raised to like that. Please ensure that you are able to see where the raised is in your calculator. Kuna kabutton kameandikwa hivi. Raised. So you say 30 times 80 raised to 0.5850. So what hours are we getting there? 389.429. 389.4295 hours. Thank you so much. So you see, I'm the one who has done the first part. So then I would want to try you in the second part and give a present. I don't know if I have money here today. Even if I don't have money today, then I will be able to do what here? I will be able to accept a debt, isn't it? I accept a debt and send the cash to you after class. The second part. Okay. So remember, already we were able to form the equation 30x raised to 0.5850. And now they want us to give them total time for producing the first what year? 80 units. 80 units. So you see already we have an equation. Ours will be to simply plug in 80 here, isn't it? So it will be 30 times 80 raised to this. So just to get your calculator there, say 30 times 80 raised to. Raised is like this. 80 raised to that. You'll be able to get that answer. Where has 30 come from? It was part of the question. Part of the question we had given you A up here. A was given, right? A was 30 and R was also given. They were given A. A is given. A is given. So then all of us, are we able to get these 389.4295? Yeah. So then we go for the second one. And the second one is where Mwalimu is willing to give present. Second one, Mwalimu is willing to give some present here. The second one, Mwalimu is willing to give some present. 21st. So we have number 2 here. Let's see, abracadabra. So number 2 given is y 21st to what here, somebody? 80, yeah. So in this case, then what do you take as your x? 59. Is there somebody who subtracted and got 59? No. This one wants you to expand. This one must be expanded. It will be y first what here? 80. So you account for all of them from the beginning. Because learning curve, remember, is cumulative in nature. Y first 80, and then you come and subtract the unwanted. Because you see the wanted is from 21 to 80. So unwanted will be first 20. So y first 20. Because you see when I say y first 80, I've taken into consideration 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 80, eh? All of them up to 80. But you see, I don't want all of them 80. I want from number what here, somebody? 21. So then when I'm cutting out unwanted, don't cut 21. Because 21 is wanted. So I'm looking at my number line. My number line, which is unwanted, is up to 20. Up to 20. Up to 20. Allow me to repeat this, my good students. If, for example, somebody wanted you to do something like this, y 26 to 90. Can somebody tell me how will I expand this? Y first 90 minus y. The online guys are not speaking. If they want me to expand this, I will take y first. The upper limit has got no problem at all. So it'll be y first 90. The lower limit, I must always remember to subtract 1. So y first 90 minus y first what here, 25, yes. I shall repeat that severally. Now, once you do that, ladies and gentlemen, you need now to come here and put your a outside, which is 30. You see, this 30 will be applicable to both. So you put your a 30 outside. Yeah. And then remember, this is our formula. This is our formula. 30 x. X now is 80. The first one here, x is 80 raised to 0.5850 minus x, because 30 is already outside. X is 20 there, raised to 0.5850, like that. So then in your calculator, you'll be able to say 30 times, open brackets, 80 raised to that, minus 20 raised to that. You close your brackets. You close your brackets. So you'll be able to say 30, because 30 is common to both. 80 raised to that, minus 20 raised to that figure. Please give me an answer. How many hours are you getting? 216.358 hours. The online ninjas, is there somebody who got those kind of hours? Online ninjas? Online ninjas, I can see somebody saying, Mwalimu, I got it fast. Mwalimu, I got it fast. I don't know. I don't know. 19th, I'll be able to look at that. So then this is correct. How about the last part? The last part, which is number 3. They want us to give them y for what? 19th unit, isn't it? Wacheni nyamaze kusema ukweli. Y 19th unit. Please try that one. Y 19th unit. And then you advise us. Please write down something. Write down something. Even if you don't get it right. So what? So what? So I'm looking for that student who was able to. Yeah, somebody is saying it is really advanced. There is nothing really there. Just maybe you have that attitude that it is very advanced. There is nothing there. You can see everybody is really working hard to understand. There is nothing advanced. Nothing. Nothing. You can see how students are giving answers. It's just about focus. You focus and then try to concentrate. Nothing advanced. And you can see when students are getting different answers. Another one 5.2, another one 178. So you can see people are willing to learn. That is the thing. willingness to learn. Just put in an answer, even if it's wrong, so what? So what? You'll be able to understand this subject, you pass. Okay. So shall Mwalimu try this one of 1/19th? You see, 1/19th is only one unit. Unit number 19. Joanna has a different answer. We have PC there with a different answer. Let's try this together. This also needs what we call expansion, isn't it? We must expand this. We must expand this. So 19th, why I like this. So why 19th? I will talk of why first. What is somebody? First 19. And then I take away what is unwanted. So unwanted is 18. Aha. Yes. 8 to be left with the 19th, isn't it? Online ninjas, is there somebody who thought of this? Now, I can see another ninja there who went to 20. No. This one here has to be the upper limit the way it is. It cannot be decreased. But thanks for trying. Thanks for trying. So it's only one ninja online who was able to do it like this. That's Pius. All the other guys in this case here did. I can see Joanne laughing there. I thought of it that way, but never got to complete it. But at least you thought of it. You thought of it. So then if that is the case, I will come and put A outside because you see now A is common to both, isn't it? So we say 30 into 19. The power is always the same, 0.5850 minus what here, somebody? 18. X is 18 now. Raised to 0.5850, like that. So then the final answer, which you never got. 5.2222, like that, hours. Is there any online ninja who got this correct? Please explain. Is there any ninja who got it correct? I have a different approach. Instead of me explaining all this, allow me to give you a similar illustration and then we go through it together. Is that okay? Before I look at a past paper question, and please, everybody must try now doing this pretty fast. So now this is illustration number 2. This time around, they have given us A, which is 50 hours. They have given us R, which is 90%. 90%. So we are required to determine number 1, total time for first 10 units. Total time for first 10 units. Number 2, time for the 10th unit. Time for producing the 10th unit. Number 3, lastly, Y 37 to 83. So let's try that, all of us. Let's try this, all of us, before we look at just one past paper question, and then we get to go home. We shall go home today very early. We shall go home today very, very early. Please just try writing something. Even if you just get B, you are miles ahead. Even if you get just the value of B, trust you me, you are not the same way you came in. It is called learning curves. Already I can see Linda has been able to get the value of B. Linda has been able to get the value of Y. And A now has been able to get the value of B. Yeah, Mercy A has gotten the first value. Thank you so much. All of us, let's now get the value of B, which is the learning what here, the learning index. So then our B in this case, do you know the formula? Oh, yes. we know that our B is log what here, somebody? Log R over log 2. It's a formula we must cram that way. Log R divided by log 2. So it will be log of 0.9 divided by log what here, somebody? Log 2, yes. So you go to your calculators, look for logarithm. You press logarithm 0.9 over logarithm 2. Tell me what you are able to get. Negative 0.5, 152, isn't it? Once I get B, because I want to get total time, I will straight away get the exponent B plus 1, which will be negative 0.152 plus 1, which give you guys what here, 0.80. Thank you so much. So the online ninjas, were they able to get the B plus 1 answer like that? The online ninjas, were they able to get B plus 1 like that? Yes. Thank you so much. So then once I get that, I shall be able to write my equation. I know my learning curve equation looks like this. Y equals AX raised to power B plus what? B plus 1. So meaning that my Y will be equal to A that I have, A, the time taken to make the first, which is 50x raised to 0.8480, like that. That is the equation which I'll now be able to use to answer all these questions, to estimate the time, to estimate the time, to estimate the time. So total time for the first 10 units. Let's try this for the first 10 units. So for the first 10 units, I don't need any expansion there. The first question, no expansion at all. The first question, I'll simply come and say Y equals, I have an equation, 50. I know that my X here is what here? X is 10, isn't it? Raised to this exponent that I already have, 8480, and then I write the answer. So the first one, so you simply get your calculator, you say 50 times 10, raised to that answer. 50 times 10 raised. I hope you know how to raise. If you know how to raise, raising is like that, raised to. So I'm being given by Najma, Caroline, 352 point something. 352.4, 3465 hours, like that. And then if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen, go and do the second part for me. Time for the 10th unit. 10th unit, that means expansion. 10th unit means expansion. And I can see so many of you giving me the right answer. So many of you giving me the right answer, really. So many of you giving me the right answer. So number 2, ladies and gentlemen, they want me to give them the time, which is Y, isn't it? For what here, somebody? 10th unit. So this needs expansion. So I will take Y first what minus Y first what? Minus first. Thank you so much. Yeah. So in this case here, Y, you must use the word first 10 minus Y first 9, like that. And then I remember, because you've got two numbers of which both of them share A. So you'll be able to come and put A outside, which is 50, right? So first 10, X is 10 there. Raised to this exponent, 0.8480 minus 9 raised to 0.8480, like that. So again, take a step of faith, get your calculator out, you say 50 times, open brackets, 10 raised to that, minus 9 raised to this. Then you give me an answer. 30.1153 hours, like that. That is Y for the 10th unit. Y for the 10th unit. Y for the 10th unit. How about number 3? I can see from account, number 3 is 21.52. Number 3, you haven't gotten it right. 9? I have from Robert Lagat, which is really very, very good because you have given me a different answer. I really feel nice whenever a student differs with others. So long as you're trying to learn, that is the most important thing. Otherwise, we'll be like, now this ninja here who is in the boxing me that Mwalimu, you're too fast. Which speed do you want the Mwalimu to teach with this semester? We shall overcome. We shall overcome. So they want me to take 3 times. No, they are saying I'm too fast. It will be 0 point. Anyway, we shall work together. Don't worry. We shall work together. So y 37 to 83. Let's do this together. Let's do this together. Let's do this together. So then this needs some expansion, isn't it? So y 37 to 83. How do we expand this? Remember, learning curves are cumulative in nature. Cumulative, that's to start from unit 1. So it will be y fast to who? 83 minus y fast to who? Minus y fast. You see, 37 to 83 is needed. The cut of what they're cutting away is up to 36. So y fast 36. Then don't forget our equation. Don't forget our equation. Our equation was y equals 50 into x raised to 0.8480. So then come here. 50 is common to both. So put 50 outside. So this will be 83 raised to 0.8480 minus 36 raised to 0.8480, like that, which then will end up giving us what answer? 1076.0266 again, like that, hours. So then, ladies and gentlemen, we shall be able to take a break. Yeah, Najma, actually 10 minutes. So shall be able to come back at exactly 7. Shall be able to come back at exactly 7. Great. Thank you so much. Part B. Part B, I never explained for part B. Which part B? This one here, time for the 10th unit. Is it time for the 10th unit? You see 10th unit. What does it mean when you talk of 10th unit? What we shall do, let's pick that from our prayer so that nobody feels disadvantaged. Let's pick that from our prayers immediately. Great. Thank you so much, Victor. We are overcoming. Thank you. I hope the student now is comfortable having illustrated this concept of the 10th unit with the number line 1 to 10 and the 1/10th unit alone. So in terms of expansion, y 10th unit, I will say y fast 10 units minus the unwanted, which will be y fast 9, like that. So feedback from that student will be very, very good. Otherwise, we have the concept of cost stroke time of stability. Yeah, cost stroke time of stability. Cost stroke time of stability. Thank you very much. Cost stroke time of stability. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is really important, and I would want us to demonstrate this concept using a past paper question, which I hope you'll be able to get pretty fast. Which I hope you shall be able to get pretty fast. It is an old question, May 2017, question number 2B. And I'll only do the first part. May 2017, question number 2B. May 2017, question number 2B. Once you get that question, please put your thumbs up. Put your thumbs up live. Put your thumbs up live. Put your thumbs up live. May 2017, question number 2, boy. At least we have Harriet. Thank you so much. How about my physical students? Have you gotten it? Jumbo, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is a very interesting question. So you're told there Jumbo Limited is a multi-product firm. The company intends to launch a new product branded ZP in the coming months. Production will be in batches of 1,000 units throughout the life of the product. It is expected to achieve a 90% learning curve, but the learning curve would cease after what year, somebody? 64th batch. Other relevant data has been given. Other relevant data has been given. You can see most interestingly there, total direct labor cost for the first batch. Are you able to see total direct labor cost for the first batch? What does that information give me? For the very first, that must be A. So in this case here, A will be the cost for first batch. You see, A could either be time or cost, which in this particular case is 52,500. I love this examiner. Now, the other thing, ladies and gentlemen, before required, they have told me the learning index of a 90% what year? Learning curve. But he has done a big mistake. He has given me the learning index itself. He has given me the value of B. And most students, that is the only mark they're able to get by themselves. You see, when he gives you that figure, it means if you calculate it, it can't give you anything, isn't it? You've lost it. So there you messed up with us, but we shall always calculate it ourselves, isn't it? So let's see, ladies and gentlemen, whether that learning index, we shall be able to get it ourselves. How do we get this learning index? Oh yeah, do we still remember the formula? It is log R over log 2. So it is log 0.9, not 90, log 0.9 over log 2. So could you kindly give me this answer, oh yeah? Log 0.9 over logarithm 2. Log 0.9 over logarithm 2, which most students are not talking to me. So this one, I'm told it is minus 0.1520, isn't it? So then having gotten this B, now that you guys are so good at this, having gotten this B, what do you think will be the next thing to be done if it's a learning curve question? B plus 1. That's how you cram these things. Come and give us B plus 1, which will be minus 0.152 plus 1. Point 8480, isn't it? 8480. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please continue. Having gotten B plus 1, we know that at the end of the day, they want us to give them some form of an equation. And our equation for estimating cost, for estimating time, is y equals ax raised to b plus who? Plus 1. Great. I love this. I love this. I love this. So then our y will be a which is 52,500, isn't it? Into x raised to b plus 1, 848, like that. By the time you reach here, you've gotten at least a mark. One mark, which can make you see places that you've never seen before. All right, my great students, all right. Now, please, let's now get to the question. Let's read this from the very beginning. I hope everybody has been able to reach where Mwalimu has reached, because they've been able to write down the learning equation. So we are told Jumbo Limited is a multi-product firm. The company intends to launch a new product branded ZP in the coming months. Production will be in batches of how many units? So every time we produce a batch like this, we produce 1,000 units at once throughout the life of the product. It is expected to achieve a 90% learning curve, but the learning would cease after the 64th batch. And then you can see our expected live production is how many units? Yeah. So in this case here, the total output is 256,000 units. So this one here will translate to how many batches? Because they're not producing one unit at a time. 256, isn't it? Because we know that one batch is 1,000. How about this? So in terms of batches, it will be 256,000 divided by 1,000, which gives us 256 what year? Batches, yes. So then, ladies and gentlemen, I would want somebody now to use this equation to estimate for us the cost of producing 256 batches. Fortunately, we are lucky because we knew that the first batch was costing us 52,500. Please go ahead and write something there. Even if you get it wrong, so what? Go ahead and write something there. Remember, one batch, 1,000 units. 256,000 units will be 256 batches. So then using this learning curve, how much will 256 batches cost the company? The moment you get that, then you are a pretty nice, pretty cool person. Pretty cool person. And once you get that, you have gotten the whole question. You've gotten the whole question. You have gotten the whole question. Somebody is already giving me an answer. So we have Harriet giving me, is it million? 57. Great. Thank you so much. Brilliant you are. Thank you so much. But can you kindly do me a favor? Are you able to take a red pen and put a big wrong there? That's the favor I want you to do. You have a red pen, right? Actually, there are two red pens. Two red pens. Harriet is asking, why? Why do you want us to put a wrong there? I'll be able to tell you why, ladies and gentlemen. If you use 256 batches, you are assuming that the learning is going up to 250. And remember, learning is going up to the 64th batch. I can't use that equation beyond the 64th batch. This is stabilizing. It's not like the one we have been doing here. So now, Harriet, are you understanding why you need to put a red, or rather a wrong there using a red pen? Are you able to understand? I like now. T for tough, okay. I will take you slowly. Don't worry. I will take you slowly. So this is how our learning curve looks like. So we have up to here 256 batches. But the 256 batches, we have up to here 64 batches, right? Yeah, 64 batches. What is 256 minus 64? We have 180, 192, 192 batches. So we have 64 batches. There is learning happening. But after the 64th batch, learning ceases. We shall be able to enjoy what we call the cost of stability. So then come and first of all draw this and give me the total time of 64. Total time of 64 batches. Total cost, sorry. This is a cost model, isn't it? Total cost of the first 64 batches. Do we have an equation? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. This equation, please let this diagram, I know girls, I've seen a girl who is drawing something big. I know most girls will draw something like this. Yeah, we want you to draw something like a half a page. This one is serious work. Serious work. So total cost for 64 batches, so I will come and say here, 52,500 into 64 raised to 0.848. So I'm being told that this is 17, 85, 60, 664.74. Be right, 74. So is there somebody who is able to get the cost of the first 64 batches like this? Even online, I can see somebody here. I can see Robert. Yeah, Robert. Yeah. At least one student online has gotten yes. So many of them are saying yes. Remember, this learning is going all the way up to 64th batch. So then how do we estimate the time of this 192? We use the 64th batch. It means that you must give us the cost of stability. The cost of stability, come here and they give us, great. Come here and they give us the cost of what here? Stability. Cost of stability, which is the cost of the 64th batch. Very interesting. Let me give you a minute. Very interesting. Let me give you a minute. And once we get this right, we go home. We don't have to spend here 2 hours, no. It's about concept. So long as everybody is able to understand. But of course, by the time I'm finishing the profit statement, it will be 8. Cost of stability. Why 64th batch? My network had issues. Sorry for that. 64th batch. Harriet, you have a very, very good argument. But imagine, no, where do we get the 64th here? It is expected to achieve a 90% learning curve, but the learning would cease after the 64th batch. Cease after the 64th batch. Is there somebody who is able to give me a suggested answer like Harriet? Somebody who is able to give me a suggested answer like Harriet? Thank you, Ellen. Thank you, Robert. This Robert Ninja must get a present. Even Munyoki. What about my answer, Walter? I haven't seen your answer, Walter. Let me just scroll back a little bit. Is it a question or an answer? Walter. Walter. Walter got it long time ago. Wow. Great. 64th is inclusive. Let's argue. Now, please, all of you have been able to try. Physical students haven't had any among us giving us, 23 something. Great. So because here we have said we want time of the 64th, the cost of the 64th batch. So you must use what Mwalimu showed you here. So why 64th? I will have talk of why first what here, somebody? I don't know where Harriet got to 190, although you tried. But why did you bring 192 here and we're talking about 64th? Minus why what here, somebody? Past 60 what here? 63. Then come and put A outside. So A will be 52,500 into 64 raised to 0. What here, somebody? 848 minus 63 raised to 0.848 like that. So those ninjas who got 23, they must have been right. Uh-huh. 23, 23, 6, 8.324. Thank you so much. So it means that this particular segment, you see, after 64th batch, we have stabilized. So it means that every other unit or batch produced here will be consuming now the same cost. So meaning that here, this segment, it will be 23, 688.324 times how many units? Times 1 and 2 batches, yes. Because now we have stabilized. Because now we have stabilized. Because we have stabilized. Mhm. Now, please listen and listen to me very carefully. Listen and listen to me very carefully. Please listen and listen to me very carefully. This is what it means. Labor cost of 256 batches. We have the first what here, somebody? Past 64. Whose labor cost was what here, somebody? 4.74, isn't it? And then we have the last, how many? 190 to give us 256. Which you guys have been able to do your abracadabra, multiplied, and go to what answer here, somebody? 45, 48, 150, 9 or 8. Ah, wacha niangalie wa online. Wacha niangalie wa online. Wanasema ngapi? Wacha niangalie wa online. Wamepata pia tofauti. Ati mnasema hebu multiply vizuri. Hebu multiply 8 times 192. 45, 81, 45. Ngoja, 45, 481, 58.21, 0.22. Is that okay? Yeah. Then give me the total labor cost. 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 So Walter, 256. Let me see what Walter is saying there. Yeah, great, great. So then the total that you're getting there, we are getting 63 what here, somebody? 63? I'm alone. You add this and this, I'm alone. 3, 3, 822.95 or 96, isn't it? 96. So this is the labor cost of the 250 what here? 6 batches. Labor cost of the 256 batches. I'll be able to repeat this, ladies and gentlemen, very well, but just allow me to finish the question and then I come back. If anybody who may have really fallen, any ninja that may have fallen along the way. So once I get labor cost, you write a big profit statement. So right there, because the examiner wanted profit statement. So go and write profit statement. Go and write profit statement. So go there and write profit statement. How do we get our profit statement? Revenue minus all costs. So we start with the revenue to be generated. Revenue to be generated. How do we get revenue? It is always price times quantity sold. So is there somebody who is able to see our quantity to be sold over the lifespan is 256,000. Are you able to see the selling price per unit? Oh, yeah, I'm alone, but I will overcome. 123. So then this will be 123. Remember, this is given for 1 unit, not 1 batch. So it will be 123 times 200 what here, somebody? 56,000. So can somebody give me this revenue? Somebody give me this revenue. 31 for 80,000. At least this, 488, like that. So 31, 488,000, right? So this one you would have gotten without knowledge of learning curve. Yeah. So from there we go to costing and you follow the cost statement given by the examiner. You can see the next cost item given by our good examiner is known as what? Your direct material. So we have here direct material cost, which is how much? 36 per who? Per unit. So times all the units. Times all the units. My online guys, I can't see you. Yeah, Sally, thank you so much. 92, 16,000. After that, are you able to see the next item given, cost item given? The next one given is what there? Direct labor cost, isn't it? So then in that case, here, what do we do to get total direct labor cost? So they've given me direct labor cost per batch of 52,500. But I want, in this case here, to get the total labor cost. So do I take that 52,500 times 256 batches? No, that would not make sense because we've been doing a lot of labor costing. Already we have a labor cost. Already we do have a labor cost. So I will be able to come here and write my labor cost here. My labor cost, which is what here, somebody? 6333.822.95. Do we have any other cost really? Do we have any other cost? Yeah, we have variable overhead cost per who? Per unit, yes. We have variable overhead cost. So I want total. So variable overhead. So it will be what here, somebody? 20? 24 times what here, somebody? 256,000, because you can see this is 24 for each unit. This is 24 for each unit. 24 for each unit. This is 24 for each unit. Mnasema inakuja ngapi? 61,44,000. 61,44,000. Then we have a fixed cost, isn't it? Fixed cost, which is how much? 98, 38, 75. Then you subtract all these. You subtract all these out of your revenue for you to give us what here, somebody, the pro? For you to give us the profit. You subtract, you take this minus this minus this minus. You give us the profit. You give us the profit. Finished? So what profit are we getting here? 59? 19? .05, right? So then let me ask you a question, and I'll not give you any assignment. What have you learned from this question? What have you learned out of doing this question? What is the biggest learning outcome for you? If you get this kind of a question in an exam, what do you think in this case here? Is it that you'll be able to get right? Cost of stability. Sure. Experience, okay. Cost of stability is critical. Ally. Mwalimu, move aside. Ally. What I know, ladies and gentlemen, the low-hanging fruits here, the low-hanging marks are for revenue, yeah, material, variable overheads, fixed what here. Yeah, I will never start with this learning labor cost. You see, learning curve is only applicable to what? Labor cost. Nowhere else, isn't it? So you see, most students, upon seeing a learning curve question, they block their mind totally. They'll not do it. But you see a bright student, once they hear it's an income statement, they'll come there and write in big letters, capital letters, profit statement. Then they start writing like that. When it reaches to labor cost, labor cost here. Yeah. So, and we've always marked their scripts. So for labor cost, what they will do, they'll come and draw an emoji, a sad one like that, a sad one like that. So does it mean that we should not learn? Learning, you must learn learning curves, because at times you'll go and get even a 10-mark question where the examiner just wants you to predict learning curves. You predict learning curve cost. So you have to know it. But I mean, don't go to this exam scared because there are very many low hanging marks like that. So then your homework is this. You go and repeat this question that Mwalimu has done from at the back of your books. I'll be able to check. You watch the video and repeat the whole question. Once you repeat that, I'll only do one more question, and that will be it. Everybody will be very happy. Thank you so much. Have a lovely night. Bye. Yes. Hiyo dozi imetosha, si ni kweli?